Ladies and gentlemen, here we go again. Oh my God, man. It is ridiculous what is going down over at Activision Blizzard. As you guys are aware, or maybe you're not, maybe you didn't see the video, but yesterday I uploaded a video talking about Rob Kostic, who is the president over at Activision Blizzard, and how he sent out this massive comment over on their Slack messages talking about how they're going to double down on DEI. They're going to double down on ESG, regardless of what Trump does, regardless of the mandates, whatever. They're going to double down on all of it. And now apparently it's gotten much worse because there has been revelation of a technical artist over at Blizzard that is calling for literal political violence against Trump supporters. And I'm not even talking about he's joking or, it's satire, whatever. No, the guy literally said, off your local MAGA. That is what he said. And it's amazing to me that we are seeing this all come out from Activision Blizzard, a company that claims to be so tolerant. Now, again, ladies and gentlemen, they do this all the time where they call for violence. And then once it gets found out, which is weird, by the way, right? If you're going to publicly call for violence, if you're going to go online and tell people to go off your local MAGA, it's not like he even said to go off yourself, right? Because that's not a threat. But he's telling people to actually go and off your local MAGA, whoever you know that is a MAGA supporter, go off them. That is what he is saying in this post that we're about to go over. So why do you then decide to run away from the internet? Why, when people find out what you said, which was publicly available anyway, and you knew what you were doing when you posted it, why did you disable your online presence? They do this every single time. So let's get into this article, guys, from That Park Plays. But of course, before we do, if you are new here, just consider hitting that subscribe button. I would greatly appreciate it, and like the video to push us out into that YouTube algorithm. So it says the fallout from Activision Blizzard's unwavering commitment to diversity, equity, and inclusion initiatives took a dark turn this week when a Blizzard technical artist, Kyle Hickey, which, by the way, shout out to Kyle Hickey. You are becoming internet famous now, Kyle. This is what you wanted. So congratulations to Kyle Jacob Hickey, who on January 21st at 9:50 p.m. decided to make an interesting post. We're about to go over it. Kyle Hickey made an incendiary post on Facebook that appeared to call on his social media followers to commit violence against supporters of President Donald Trump. This is what he said. So Kyle Jacob Hickey says to, you guys can read it, but obviously I got to speak it for YouTube. It says to off your local MAGA. There's no, satire. There's nothing here that's going to lead to it potentially being a joke. There's nothing here that would make you think that he's not being serious. But this is what he said. This is what he decided to put out on his Facebook page. Now, the sad thing is that there's 11 people that decided to like this. So that means there is 11 people that support the idea of offing your local MAGA. So shout out to Nana, shout out to Jason Rumpiv, Emily Husick, Kai Flenders, Paige Ricci, John Benton, Matthew Dunn, Anna Miranda Sexton, Max Davenport, Cody Dixon, and Earl Pike. You guys are absolutely incredible people. And then Nicole Williams left a comment saying apparently the second time Trump experience includes the upgraded fascist salute. I have heard Musk will have space at the White House. How not appropriate. Yeah, sure, whatever you say. On January 21st, I like how they're trying to do that. They're trying to make that salute be, the Nazi salute. But the funny thing is, there is multiple Democratic politicians that have been pictured doing the same exact salute. But then when you show them that picture, they're like, oh, it's out of context. Shut the fuck up. On January 21st, just one day after the inauguration of President Donald Trump, Hickey wrote, off your local MAGA. That was the entire post. It contained no qualifiers, emojis, or humor that might suggest that it was a joke or satirical statement. This stark and alarming message was liked by several of Hickey's followers, including Max Davenport, the associate art director over at Gearbox Software. Then it says the post came to public attention after being shared by Mark Herm, former World of Warcraft team lead and outspoken critic of DEI in the gaming industry. Known by his online moniker of Grums, Kern posted a screenshot of Hickey's statement on X the same day that he had criticized Activision Blizzard president Rob Kostic for doubling down on DEI initiatives in a company-wide Slack message. Now, that's the video that I was talking about earlier that we did yesterday, going over the fact that Rob Kostic thought it was in his best interest to put out that message on their Slack channel, which, by the way, I mean, they must realize at this point that Grums has a leaker over at Blizzard, and yet they continue to make these posts in their Slack messages that continue to get leaked, and yet they still do it. I mean, you guys don't have any brains whatsoever. It's absolutely insane. Why don't you go find your leaker that's leaking information to Grums? Anyway, Kostic's message, as reported yesterday, reaffirmed Activision Blizzard's commitment to DEI, stating the following. Let's read it again for people that didn't watch yesterday's video really fast. To be clear, This work continues to be extremely important in everything that we do. It's important to our games, our culture, and who we are as a company. Our inclusive growth team has made great strides in helping us weave inclusivity into all aspects of business. Our strategy here remains focused on enhancing the experiences of all employees, providing exceptional experiences to players globally, and providing accessible opportunities to those interacting with our company and brand. I look forward to all the great work we'll continue to do together. So that was their statement that they made yesterday in the video. If you guys didn't see it, go check it out. We go a little bit further into it because there's a lot more involved in that. So then Grums decided to call out all of this regarding Hickey's post, and rightfully so. And people are starting to now realize that Activision Blizzard has been compromised for a long time. We've known that. Anybody who's been following Activision Blizzard knows that this company has adopted DEI practices when they got called out for their toxic workplace environment and the sexual harassment and sexual assault allegations that came against their company. They adopted these practices in order to essentially shield themselves from all of this talk about that stuff. And it's hilarious because it worked, right? People were talking nonstop about the allegations and about the toxic workplace environment. But the moment that Activision Blizzard started to do DEI virtue signaling, everybody stopped. All the shills decided to be quiet. All the shills decided to say, you know what? Maybe the company's not so bad, right? They completely ignored it because they don't want to talk bad about a company that is virtue signaling to them. It's so ridiculous, but that's just how it goes. Grums did not mince words in connecting Hickey's post to Activision Blizzard's corporate environment. This is the type of atmosphere that Activision president Rob Kostic is fostering as he doubles down on woke DEI and ESG today. He wrote, HR turns a blind eye to open calls for violence and threats at these studios. They've gotten away with this for years, and they mistakenly thought they were protected and on the right side of history. Well, that's because the HR departments are on the side of that violence, right? These HR departments are usually ran 95% by women, mostly leftist women, and they agree with the idea of offing your local MAGA. Let's be honest here. They might try to hide it now because obviously Hickey's in a lot of trouble, whatever. But trust me, they all think that way. Following the backlash, Hickey appears to have deactivated all of his social media accounts, including his Facebook and LinkedIn pages, and taken his personal art website offline. Neither Hickey nor Activision Blizzard have released a statement on the matter. In a response to Hickey's post and what he describes as toxic program at Activision Blizzard, Curran has called for a boycott of Call of Duty until the company takes decisive action. So it seems like he has completely gone dark. He is trying to avoid everything right now. He knows that people have found him. People have found what he has said. They're trying to hold him accountable for what he has said. And at this point now, he's going to try to run away. And most likely, I got to be honest with you, I highly doubt anything's going to happen to him from a job standpoint. I think that Activision Blizzard or his managers probably told him to delete everything and then go dark for like 6 months and people will forget about it. That's their idea. That's their strategy. So we'll see if it works out for them ultimately at the end of the day. But right now, shout out to John Hickey. Congratulations. You played yourself. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Hope you did enjoy it. If you did, consider leaving me a subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. Don't forget to like the video, comment, let me know what you thought, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Hypnotic out.